Yeah. Do you take yourself too?
Pardon? What?
Do you take yourself too?
No, it's not good in the dark place.
Mrs. Speed would have sat out on this porch and spoken with Abraham Lincoln about life and love and had many a good conversation with him right here. We're going to go in. These are the original colors. There's a faux raining on all the doors and a faux marble that they painted on. I think we're going in.
To read, please listen. First, as we go through the cave, if anybody wants to walk slowly or needs to walk slowly, right now while I'm talking, make your way up to the front of the line. Because as we go through, I take an annoyingly slow pace. But what happens is we spread out. In the second half of the line, a gap will form. If you see that gap, we don't want you to run, but we want you to walk fast enough to close that gap. Very important, we go through the cave in one continuous line of people. We cannot spread out through there. That's for your safety, for our communication. So if you just feel like walking slowly or you want to or whatever, just come right up front and stay with me. That's the most steady pace as we go. Kids under 16. We love kids. I had one for breakfast. Kids under 16, no farther than this, than the adults that force you to come to Mammoth Cave. Okay? Very important that families stay together. We're on commercial power here. It's very, very rare that the power goes out, but if it goes out on the surface, it gets dark and hurry down there, okay? We got to get out lanterns. You got to know where your family is. So stay together as a group or a family. Stay together as a big group. As we walk through the cave, we're on packed dirt trails. Stay on those trails.
All right, this is John Speed, and he came here with his wife Lucy in 1809. This is oil on canvas of him. He was quite an entrepreneur. He ran a little toll road out on Barstown Road and charged people to go by. He made money all kinds of different ways, and that he sold a lot of products, including him, but mainly him. And so he was quite a businessman. This is his wife Lucy over here. We'll tour that in a minute, so we'll stay in the same room, and I'll give you all the information as we go to each room. That is his wife Lucy. Now Lucy was a very interesting person in her own right. Somebody said they had gone to Monticello. Lucy, which was the home of Thomas Jefferson. Have any of you been to Monticello? Some of you have been there, haven't you? Yeah. And if you'll recall, at Monticello, they had some secret passageways. If you go there, that Jefferson would slip around the house. And of course, this is a Jefferson home, so they're going to have one here. Coach, if you want to go over and open that door and show them that, that's one of their little secret passageways, and that would go down to his office. Now, we're not going to go down through there, but it's very narrow, but he only John would slip around the house doing that. And I believe me, that's a real shortcut. So he or his servant would use that secret passageway. Now, as we said, Farmington was designed by Thomas Jefferson, taken from a design from the Charlottesville Farmington. And this is a federal style home. It's 14 rooms. It's not enormous. I was in the Hermitage last week, and that's 8,000 square feet. Now, if you take them out to Locust Grove, that's quite a bit larger too.
What's the square feet here?
I'm not sure, but Locust Grove is probably twice the size.
Locust Grove is almost 4 times the size of my house, which you'll be in tonight.
Okay, it's really big, and they've got a wonderful museum out there.
Study roads easily and leave sinkholes. The bus turned around a big sinkhole. There's a giant sinkhole right here. If you drive on the interstate between here and Bowling Green, Kentucky, it's not flat. You guys from Illinois, Ohio, you can see a corn row that runs a mile. Not here. It looks like someone took a blanket and shook the thing. Up, down, because all the rock under the earth has eroded away. Karst topography. We're going to go down the steps into a man-made entrance that was blasted in 1921. This is one of my favorite locations of Mammoth Cave. These steps are bolted into a series of 14 vertical shafts carved out by water over many eons. Every once in a while, stop, make sure you have good footing, and look up. The deeper you go, the higher overhead you can see in these giant domes over your head. And the good thing is we don't have to walk back up there. Now, we're walking through there single file. The best part of this tour visually is at the very beginning on these steps and at the very end. I need you to please move through these steps rather quickly. If there's a huge gap in the middle, John and I can't do anything about it because I'm at the front and he's at the back, right? So if there's a gap, please move. We don't mind if you take a picture or two, but please don't hold up the lines. Because if we take forever getting in the cave, we're not going to have much time at the end. Questions, comments, anything of concern to you? Let's go take a look at this place. Keep walking, keep walking.
Okay, go down.
You can stop on the way back up if you want to, but not here.
You know the sinkhole?
Keep coming, man.
We understand Russian very well. Okay. Are we busy? Okay. Go ahead.
¿Hablo español? Ah, yo también, yo soy dominicano. Ah, encantado.
It's a nice place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not yet. Yeah, sure, go. There's bacon on the skeleton. Oh, there's frozen mash up there.
No. That big slide thing, more like, I don't do 15 more.
Just fill in, come on in as far as you can, I guess. I think we can make it if you come in as far as you can. Okay, everything in Farmington that you see goes back to John's death in 1840 and back into the 1700s. So these are not reproductions, these are actual antiques. Now these are not necessarily belonging to the Speeds, but they're from the period. This did belong to the Speed girls. This little high chair, got a little bolt on it, and it goes in the top. 1795 it was made. This was the girls' original pewter tea set. These are the original girls' dolls, and doll beds, and chairs. You know, you say, how do you know what was here and what was not here 150 years ago? Well, the way we know is when John died in 1840, he left an extensive inventory and wrote down everything that was in every room. So we know pretty much.
I don't think it's right around here.
Look at all the rocks they got up here. So down here is a sinkhole. That's how they were able to dig this in here. Right up here. Look at that. There's a concrete thing around that. Interesting.
Mr. C was telling us about that? Mr. C was telling us about that? Okay. You'll go behind you.
Is everybody looking else next year? Yeah. Can you just go get your picture next to
Oh, no.
That looks like another good place for pictures.
Yeah.
Like it?
This place is nice.
Congratulations, amazing meeting with you.
Oh, looks like we're in the belly of the whale. Looking at the
Countdown.
This is going to be very, very expensive in China now.
Huh?
This will be very, very expensive in China now.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very precious antique.
At around 1840. And the China bowl and pitcher, you mean, or just the stand? The bowling picture. Yeah.
Is it the whole, that song called My Name is Peaches?
You
know that?
Go, come around this way. if you would.
Oh, okay, good.
This is the formal dining room. And giant chicken. It's quite nice, as you can see, very elegant. Jefferson designed his rooms symmetrically, and this is an 8-sided room, octagonal, they call it, octagonal room. You have the bay windows. What shape do you think the parlor is directly across there?
Same.
The same thing.
Exactly the same,
Yeah,
right?
the same.
Okay, different room, exactly the same one. Now Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln would have eaten one and probably several meals right here at this table. And with
Neato.
Now look up. Now you're in the cave. You're underground, huh? Yeah, there's somebody up there.
I'm in a little narrow passage, I can't go anywhere.
Before you've been in
See, this is all limestone, that's why roads are easily embraced, because it's the limestone. Wait till we get in and see the formations.
Can I touch the walls?
These walls are concrete.
Yes, you can touch these.
I'm touching them, they just feel like regular.
It's just concrete.
And
These ones we're not gonna touch though.
Where is
See how it's dripping down and making the slide tight? Or the stalagmite?
This is where it's a little tight.
Tighter down, might come out of the ground. All right, we got some more steps to it, I'll have to be very careful, use the handrail when it's narrow, Mandy. So, as long as I can reach behind, I gotta turn sideways. Oh my God. Yeah. Mama's right.
You're about. You said you're gonna get two children.
Surprise.
You're under a lot.
Is there a different formation you can touch? You're okay, right here. Right up. Now careful, this floor's a little slippery. Right here. These are different formations.
Yeah, it is. That's all good.
Oh, wow. I was letting you go a little bit before I came down.
I can hardly.
Turn towards him. Yes, you can hang on to the wheel. Step down. You should be able to walk sideways. I think I lost track of the stairs. Shoulder straight to the ground.
This one's going this way.
So they didn't know I signed up for the windmill.
Help us if you turn that way.
Oh, that's not a problem.
No, but check out, look up, girls.
Be patient.
I wonder how they got the stairs in here. How'd that go? Hard.
I was looking and letting him get a little space.
He was right.
Personal space. Yes, safe.
Slow down. Take a step slow.
That's a good view.
You guys can fit little.
What do they call those? Waffles, right? The waffle maker, yeah. They ate very good. There's a dough box over there. Now this is the winter kitchen. Straight across diagonally over there is the summer kitchen. And the best cook among the slaves would live in the room on the left, behind the wall, and she would have a kitchen just like this. When we have our festival, we got a couple that cook out there all day. And he's got a big wind-up spit, and he puts a turkey on either side of the fire. Cooks it all day long. And she's got a big Dutch oven, and she cooks pies and...
I have plenty of headroom. Still need shoulder room. If I bump the bottom of it pops out, that'll need to pop out. Sometimes I don't reload.
An elegant list.
I'm waiting because they're like right here. Stand like right here.
I don't even have to walk sideways.
It's kind of hard to see the steps through here.
Hey, I don't even have to walk sideways. I don't even have to walk sideways. Ha-ha. Okay. Not going back up there. Okay.
Nope, we need to go out another direction. So we have to come down these stairs. Go back up these stairs. Out.
I would like to be home. Mommy, you go first.
Yeah, I just checked out that one area.
Mommy, look, I'm very
Yeah. See how all the water is run out so it's lumpy? Because the water's washed away to take the minerals away. What minerals do in water? They dissolve when you compress it, right? Yeah, I know.
Nope, that didn't happen.
Daddy's happy. Yeah, Daddy doesn't like ice.
Actually, it's not that bad.
You don't even see the nail.
Oh,
Look, you're gonna drip down here. You'll come back in the rainforest. It's okay. Jeez, Louise, Amanda. They can't go anywhere without the back.
He can go on your own and stop.
Hey, go right here.
We don't have to see the rest of pills.
You're really being teased, honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna start bopping her in the head just so she can know what it's like.
I'm not teasing you, Daddy. I just walk. Oh, here, how they go? You don't even have to.
It's okay, but we can't go back like we're about like 2,000 feet of the ground. And that like is like a lot.
No. I thought I'd check. For anybody around here who got a comment card. Okay. Okay. I'm not fishing, but no, that's easy. Good. I should have a pen. I had one. Well, I'll give you a pen. Just take the pen. Yeah, I got it. We're always very helpful with the questions. Yeah. If they're smiling. Right. Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you.
Now, this was bricked over because we're going into the traveler's room now. They didn't want the travelers coming back in the house.
The traveler room is actually an interesting phenomenon. They kept the room with people, strangers, but they had. We're going in that room in a minute, so you can.
Juan Heinrich and his family probably would have slept in this room. Abraham Lincoln was too important a guest. He would have slept upstairs. But Heinrich was working for them, so he would have slept here. This is a quilt rack over here by the gentleman in the white sweater. Quilt rack. You have a china pitcher and bowl. On the floor behind the Slovakian girl is a boot jack. They take their boots off with that. Probably.
Good time for questions. I know you have a few things you're curious about Mammoth Cave, so if there's anything on your mind, what's your question today? Go ahead.
Where is sea level?
Okay, good question. Where's sea level? We are up inside a hill. The bottom of the hill on the outside is the lowest point in the park. That's 420 feet above sea level, so we're probably about 600 above.
Over here for just a second. Are we all here? 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Yes. Some of you expressed an interest in souvenirs. Are there people who want to buy souvenirs? Yes. Speaking of which, the ranger very kindly gave me some wooden nickels from Mammoth Cave, but there's not enough for everybody. So
ladies get first.
Ladies.
There's fields out there. But hemp. I don't know. You probably don't know Woody Harrelson. Actor. He came down and planted hemp seeds, and he got arrested because hemp is illegal now. He wore a hemp suit to the Oscars last year. Did you know that?
Yeah, I heard about that, yeah.
I saw him in that. It looks pretty good too. And we've invited him to come to Farming. He's an actor, Woody Harrelson. But anyway, this is the hemp seeds. And the fellows would go out in the field with a hemp brake. And they would have to break the stalks and pull the fibers out. And each sleigh would be required to do one whole bale of hemp per day. And that's that right there, a bale of hemp. And there's the brake. If you want to lift that up, that bar up there, you can
lift it up for show.
See how it works.
Good job. Lift that up.
Yeah. Just lift it up and drop it down, and it would break the stalk.
What's your head? Try doing it all day.
Okay.
She punched me in the face. You probably did.
Growing from a vine that was grown from a cutting that my second wife stole from Emily Dickinson's garden. So it honestly, it comes from Emily Dickinson's flower.
Really? So impressive.
And I know that's...
And I'm gonna steal something from here back to her.
But anyone who wants one, please take one. Ladies and gentlemen, here are some friends of
And keep it.
I guess times and it's a meeting there.
Please. Ladies,
I sent her a text. She said. I shouldn't answer
It's quite cool in here, partly because we had a problem in the kitchen and I had to welcome all.
Hello, sir. See you. How are you doing? How are you? I'm all right. Able to sit up and take liquid nourishment. Hi.
Nice to see you.
Come in, come in. Let's go in quickly so that we can...
Hello, how are you?
Please go on in the room so that others can get in so that we can keep the air conditioning in.
Smells nice. It smells. What a smell.
It's turned way down right now because we had a problem in the kitchen.
How are you?
Judith turned on the oven.
How are you?
And there was something in it that had caught on fire before.
Didn't eat it, right?
Yeah. So it got really bad and we turned
Say
down
that
the air
again.
conditioning.
Because your name tag wasn't there.
it was on Friday.
Oh, I didn't see it on Friday.
Oh.
Sing it. How are you?
Sweetheart!
And Uncle Dennis! Hello, baby!
I'm all right. I got very low standards though, so it's hard.
I saw your picture with the front.
Longolia.
So what was good in San Francisco? Everything was good. Everything. Ocean. Good for you. So what did you like? What did you like?
We learned a lot. We saw a lot. You never did a lot. That's fine.
Did you walk on the Golden Gate Bridge?
Oh yes, we did. We got a lot of pictures there. But it was good.
And I bought it from her.
How do you call something?
Well, it's difficult now, but each of these buttons
is a number.
Well, each cluster of 4 you could press any one for the number, but now the 3, 6, 9, and 0 don't work, so you can only call people who don't have those numbers in their numbers. But you can still answer the phone. And every now and then I do. In fact,
You were no longer the cheerleader.
I am no longer.
Exactly.
All right.
you need to repair this because it's got a little bit the worst wear.
How are you?
Perfect timing of people of this journey.
Hello, Vicky. Yes.
How are you?
Okay.
Isn't that nice? I really loved that creativity. While we're in here, this painting here and this painting here are by my father's mother. So that's why I happen to have those. You will find both in here and in the dining room various things on which to nibble. Dinner's going to take a little while. And things to drink, soft drinks and beer and wine and bourbon and other things are all in the sunroom. So please help yourselves to drinks. because I have to go cook.
Do you need help, Tom?
Do you need help?
Which one of you?
I think I need help in the sense that every time I do this, I think I should see a psychiatrist. But other than that, I don't think I need.
I'm not a psychiatrist.
Oh, by the way, this is a. Oh, that was a teaching award.
Wow.
This is a. It's not ivory, but it's a replica of a scrimshaw version of a sperm whale. Moby Dick.
Moby Dick, yeah. I wasn't about to say this.
Which one of you made Tom go get a haircut?
What would you say about his haircut then?
It looks terrific.
You don't like it?
Is Jennifer coming?
Oh. Just the photo. And I got you.
That'll probably be your share.
Beautiful. It's like a cake.
So one of those dripping pillars.
It looks handmade, doesn't it? Look dripping.
Oh yeah.
It looks handmade.
It does, yeah.
This big one here.
Like wax dripping. That's amazing, isn't it?
Wow.
Look up to.
Wow. Nice, huh?
Yeah, really something. Beautiful.
Sure is.
Wow, look at that.
There's water down there.
Every day you don't work so long.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing 3 tours today.
The one with his thing. We could use that job. You gave me glass to it, I would give you.
Grilled cheese. And the man at the end here. Excuse me, ma'am. I'm sorry, I don't know if I communicated. This gentleman needs to
Hello, you are late, Jennifer. Hello.
Yes.
Somebody just asked whether Jennifer was coming.
Yes, I feel much better.
Brian, look who's here.
Yet I say her love is mostly when I'm all alone. Mi amor, mi corazón. But I'm going to move it up a half step. Nights when I would write, she would listen for my spells. Throw Adios, amigos.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, it's only great.
About half of them were already asleep.
Yeah. Mi amor, mi corazón. Poor guy. What's the car? Well. The car make it?
It's
close to me.
Did the proofread he proofed the thing and I went corrected the copy and I've got to do the thing. I think they're almost
Good. It's fun to do a Treme paper there.
Oh yeah.
You see Treme?
I haven't.
It's pretty cool. I like it.
There are 2 Treme papers in the program.
I'm not surprised.
And where's your dog?
Huh?
Your dog? Where's the dog?
The dog is not here. He has gone away for the night.
Okay.
I find that a lot of people from various cultures don't like dogs or are afraid of them, so I usually send him away for the night.
So you're cooking?
I'm trying to cook.
You are frying onions, yeah?
Yes. You could help me, and here's how. This goes into the table where the drinks are. Where the drinks are, yes. And that's for the ice. But other than that, that's all I need at the moment. Thank you. I'm trying to get water started for rice, and I've got the water started for spaghetti, and some of us will have spaghetti, and some of us will have rice, and some of us will have both. Okay, so 3 1/4 cups would be, twice that would be 7 1/2 cups.
So how are you doing?
Well, I'm way behind, as I always am.
In summer, it's pretty much all work. Some play because I work
Mamacita, smile.
60 hours a week.
I'm very healthy, just eating fruit. Don't say anything about the bourbon I have.
I told you I have no time.
At the end of the party, I think that both of us will be very, very happy. The happiest moment that we ever had since we came here. I think I do that, right?
Right. I haven't had, but right. It's always right.
Yeah, that was included.
Sonia.
What do you do at UPS?
You're such a nice driver and not only
Whatever they want me to do.
Thank you.
I unload the plane. I unload the boxes.
The official photographer.
Do all that stuff. Whatever they need on that day.
I look forward to your observations, so excuse me. I'm having this cold that started yesterday.
San Francisco, I understand, was
That's too much, Gladys. How can you eat that much?
I consider
always call her that, and I always refer to her as the
Because like you're wearing a pajama.
A show woman.
My name is
Mother,
Sonia, and I am from El Salvador.
El Salvador.
So now you say it, it's your turn.
Hello, Salvador.
Good. Miss Madagascar.
Miss Madagascar.
Half of them were inside the barn. The other half was out there on the ground.
You're trying to give me nightmares?
Yeah, and that's why, and when I saw them, I wouldn't go back in the barn.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I don't like them if they're non-venomous. They were looking for it. What you looking for over there, Rodney? Looking for our friends? Yesterday, after we saw it the first time, him and I were standing over there, and he went like that, and I jumped out of my skin. He thought that was funny. I aged 5 years when he did that. Yeah, you're all the way back in here, you know, by the time you get somewhere, you're hurting. And we had tourists that wanted us to take their picture standing there. No.
Consider doing swim like darts through their pond and get to the edge and pop out of the water. Just pop, and they'd be standing on the side. It was hilarious.
Last time we were at the penguin exhibit at the Louisville Zoo, one was like kept trying to get turtles attention. That's right by her. They're funny to watch, and it's like you said, they're so fast.
And I like the little taxi.
Nicely dressed.
Now, she went for community coordinated childcare. She trained child coordinators. She was an expert in early childhood development education. The perfect background for living with
She really would like this.
Once upon a time, she was on the University Exploratory Committee to create such centers. And it didn't happen at that point. I don't know whether they ever went back to some work. Yeah, she would have been very interested to see what the university finally was doing. No, I don't like it that they tore down Masterson's. I wasn't a huge fan of Masterson's, but I really loved being able to see the place where I got engaged. I got engaged on the front porch of Masterson's. Oh yes. She had moved here with me, and we were out to dinner at Masterson's. There was a little kid in the restaurant. Anne was loved little children, and she was enthralled by this kid. And I was watching her watching the kid, and asked her again to marry me as I had. And she just
Okay. Wonderful. Home. Home.
Pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's down.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Good driving.
Thank you, Jen.
Thank
Jenny.
you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Well, thank you. Make sure you have everything. That's right. Have to hear one piece.
Now take me home.
That's it.
Thanks. Goodbye, all. I'll see you tomorrow afternoon.
See you. Take care.
Yep.
Rest.
Yeah. Gonna have a nap.
There are a lot of gentlemen here.
Oh, that's it. He saw you first.
He did.
No, he saw you first.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you? Good.
Having a good time?
Did you get your shopping done last night?
Yeah, but I have to go back and buy something too small. I have to go back.
We'll be doing more trips.
I decided to go tomorrow anyway. Hey. Hey.
You're very disappointed, yeah? You're very.
Yeah, we're taking the bus tomorrow.
What's this?
Jennifer, we were.
He's a journalist reporting on the event.
You don't have leadership skills. What were you doing about leadership?
We have to wait for Tom. We have to wait for Tom and Jennifer.
To respect the other
Okay.
leaders.
Hey, you. Move on.
This family was very wealthy. They could afford the very best. For instance, this carpet would have been imported from Scotland. Now, they had a live-in musician, Antoine Heinrich, lived here from 1819 to 1822. And he taught the older girls to play the pianoforte. The pianoforte has 5 octaves. It was made by Astor in Norway.
Very interesting.
Oh, sure. So she's very interested in art.
Yeah, like Joey, but maybe our families do not have any musical genes. For me, I cannot sing well. My wife cannot play any musical instrument. But my family have no such kind of sales, musical sales and genes. So it's okay. If she doesn't want to play, I will not.
Enjoying the party? Enjoying the party?
Yeah, we are, definitely. It's good to be here.
So what is the impression? Gladys? How do you feel here? Are you enjoying the party? Here's the microphone. Come on.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
No, he said something.
Yeah, she said something.
All right.
Okay, what's your impression then?
My impression.
Yep. How do you feel here? Enjoying the party?
Don't look like that.
Yeah, Your Royal Highness Bayou.
It's nice. I'm enjoying it. But I think
What do you like best?
she's enjoying it better.
Oh. So, what's your impression, man? How do you feel like here? Are you enjoying the party?
Yeah, very much. We have been talking some serious things about poetry and narratives.
So, let's forget about literature today, yeah?
Why? I mean,
because literature is life.
Exactly.
And we are living here.
We are, like, literature is part of my life. I don't feel it like that's my job or profession. I feel like...
Ladies and gentlemen, soon there will be a buffet style repast on this very table. That's why we're here. On that table.
And we are very near that table.
You are in perfect position. And now I understand why you were sitting there.
I like listening.
Oh, let me tell him that. Let me tell Dennis all that. In order to avoid hysteria of any sort.
My straw brought my own.
That's all right, I'll tell him. No, I'll take care of it actually. I'll rifle through his drawers and find one.
There wasn't Monterey Jack in the dining room.
I'm so sorry.
Sanjay, what are you doing? What you doing, man? Come on, you're on CCTV.
We have evidence of how it happened. Yeah, you see?
My niece.
Are you carrying some kind of a purse, Charlene? Purse.
Oh, yeah.
I know, that's why you love me.
For this reason I love you. I say it in Arabic, I love you.
Say in Arabic, I love you.
أنا أحبك أو أحبك على طول. أنا I love you أحبك. يا حبيبي.
Where is the ball?
For this reason we love you.
I don't forget it.
You enjoying the
And you
party?
don't even touch Frogman on.
Everything is kind of, because everything's like consolidated into one space. Are you putting up your out-of-town guests? We're going to reserve a washroom. Really? They totally have. We give you a rate. Oh, if you have like, you have a discount. Oh, that's good. Yeah. The social services, like, are not really there.
We scrubs.
Did you ever hear bag ball? Oh, sure.
It's to be put in coffee or tea.
Oh, really? You know what? There's a movie with someone like you in it.
I put it on YouTube.
Uh-oh, and I just said bag ball. You got me. I'll let you serve that, and then I'm going to ask you where the other... should I go down and get the other ice out of the fridge?
Yes, please.
Okay.
You need to get some of the junk out of off the table, because you're going to fill that table up, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Can I do anything useful, my friend?
Yes. Help clear the table so that there's room for some food.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, I just had a spoon right there.
And I think the goal that he scored, the way in which he scored it, and
all this plant.
This ball. This is going to be one well-documented dinner.
I may need one more bowl than I have, but... Oh, I know.
I do it.
That smells.
No. So you get to use your card now? Essentially, yeah. This is fantastic. It was like no big deal. She came back and she was like, I love it. You can use it. We were
Whoa, be careful.
I don't know how. I don't know how to do or how it happened.
I need to follow the
Do you want to?
He will be beaten also.
We will send that to
Department of State.
We'll send that to Washington. You have to be scared, but you were laughing at me.
How we are abused.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. Wow.
So, are we all here? Have we counted?
Yeah.
We're all here?
Yeah, everybody was. We were the last ones, I know. By your time, we're not back home. But that is good.
They are going to want to. Where are you?
Go get some.
That song for me, propane and 20 years ago. This is run by propane. Gas. Okay. That's what I use.
I think I was probably.
Oh, really?
I think I could have.
No, see. Like a movie or a YouTube
I was a
video?
little concerned going down the steps because what I did not want is time.
Karim, I guess you will be sleeping all the way back as well.
I hope so.
The Quasimos chairs, the fancy chairs from Baltimore, and they have paintings on them with rush seats. Out there at Locust Grove, they will rush them. There's a fellow out there, I had him rush 3 of my chairs like that. If you have any chairs, he'll do it for you. About $40 a chair, not too bad. So Mrs. B would sit here, and she would raise the children. There were a lot of little kids, and they had little chairs here. And this is Mrs. Speed's room. Mrs. Washington in Mount Vernon. Has anybody been to Mount Vernon? George Washington's home? Well, Mrs. Washington had her room, and she served tea in her room. Mrs. Speed served tea, and this is her tea set. That's her original coin silver tea set. So this was quite a multifunctional room. You have an apothecary kit, you have a sewing table with a mirror, an Empire-style chest with a shaving mirror, and the carpet's a little nicer. You have 2 doors, of course, with them. it shows, over the door, it shows what it looked like before we restored it, but it was painted on, the marbling was painted on the woodwork, and of course with faux marbling on the doors too. So, Mississippi, there were no drapes in the inventory. They didn't have a lot of privacy. They had these canopy beds, and most men don't like those, most women do. So. But anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, somebody light the candles. Who's got a hand?
My friend, it's there.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you come in here for a minute?
Come here for a minute, please.
Where's the second side? See if there's a lighter behind it. In the drawer, not the cabinet. Please close the cabinet. It's got to stay closed or it'll break off. I need to tell you some things about dinner. Hello? Oh. Here's the deal about dinner. There are 2 main courses, and each of them is in a vegetarian version and a version with meat or fish. The pasta, in each case, the larger bowl is the one for the non-vegetarians. So this is a smaller bowl of red beans and rice, vegetarian. This is a larger bowl with chicken. This is a smaller bowl of spaghetti with pesto sauce, that's basil and onion, vegetarian. The pot is the same thing but includes salmon. The 2 salads are identical. I just expect that we'll need them both. And they are spinach and blueberries and dried cherries and golden raisins and blue cheese and lots of other good things. This is Sherilyn's broccoli casserole. And we are eating buffet style, so you'll need to serve yourselves. And if you have any questions, let me know. I should also thank my kitchen help, especially Judith and Russ Vandenbroek. Please help yourself.
Tom, the candles are the same size. Which one is vegetarian?
I'm not going there.
Is it tallow?
Yes.
Thank you.
Are you vegetarian or not?
I'm not.
Okay. No, it's not. In fact, I like it.
What's the stuff behind
Singing.
Think they are just
This guy.
Beans are
And I will be joining you in August. That's great. That's great. We're good together. It's kind of compared to San Francisco. We walk But I think it's going to be very hot.
Yes.
And that worries me a little bit.
Yeah.
So you will see me sort of dressed like this a lot.
Sorry.
Oh dear.
A mammoth deer.
Skinny. Boy, that's a skinny one. Wow. They are. And there's another one.
That's another one.
No! Oh dear! Don't feed the deer!
Hello, dear. Bye bye, dear.
Yeah, pull them right out on the road.